Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nextech's channel. Just want to let everyone know what we're going to be doing here. We'll be doing company updates, industry updates, answering people's questions. So if you have any, don't be afraid to send them over. And of course, introducing members of the team. So who better to join us to kick us off than Chief Executive Officer, Evan. Evan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well myself. So first thing I want to do is kind of paint a picture of your background here. Let's talk about what you got into prior to getting involved with Nextech.
Sure. So my background is I started on Wall Street when I was still in my teens, believe it or not. Got licensed as a Series 7 broker back in the day and ended up taking Take-Two Interactive Software public, symbols TTWO. When we started, it was like a $30 million market cap, and now it's north of 15 billion. So I still get like love letters from some investors that bought in on the IPO when we took it public, which is nice. But since then, I've been in the public markets, essentially working as an entrepreneur slash advisor. And then I founded Nextech AR Solutions in 2018 with the idea that I wanted to get in front of this multi-decade, multi-trillion-dollar mega trend that was starting to appear on the horizon. And that's augmented reality, virtual reality, the whole digital transformation. And it even includes, not that we're in the drone business, but part of the whole mega trend is drones and electric cars and, all those fun things, flying taxis, like.
All right, fair enough, man. Well, we're kind of going back to that. What really drew you to technology in the first place? Give me your idea. Was it just looking at the vision of the future?
So technology there's a couple of things that are interesting to me about technology. Obviously, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, those are the tech, titans, right? Those are the most valuable companies on the planet. Yeah. So what's valuable and what's interesting about those businesses is that once you get it right, they're cash cows. The profit margins are huge. And that's very, very exciting for an entrepreneur. So if you're going to, work 100 hours a week, if you're going to work 7 days a week, if you're going to devote your life to something, why not have it be something that has a very high profit margin? At the same time, technology is one of those things that keeps changing. It keeps, it's this game of leapfrog, right? It keeps evolving. It's not static. And so the excitement never ends in the world of technology. It's always about the new thing. And that's what excites me. Like right now, we're using augmented reality. We're using our phones essentially to view objects in AR and 3D. Next year, it's going to be the glasses that are your computer, and the lens on your glasses will be your computer screen. And you'll be able to see augmented reality objects, 3D assets overlaid on the world around you. And so we'll be living inside of a computer. So that's coming, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's really crazy to think about that, like where we're going to be going with it. And it's very true that it's going to have to be implemented. I mean, it's too interesting and cool and useful not to be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely super, super exciting to be in the world of technology. It is a competitive world, but the rewards are there, and augmented reality is starting to the wave is starting to swell. There's kind of a scramble on right now for augmented reality from big box retailers. We're working with Kohl's and Kmart and Lighting Plus and a bunch of other big names. And there's just a lot of demand that's starting to appear in the market, which is exciting. That did not exist in 2018 when I founded the company. That demand was not there.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had the vision, you knew where things were going to be going, so you jumped in early, which is a good time to be in it. So then, can we shift gears just a little bit and tell me more about what your role looks like now that you're at the company, now that you're the CEO? Tell me what you actually handle.
So now it's gotten, a lot more involved, a lot more interesting. Primarily, my job is to be the visionary, the person who is innovative and, identifies new technology trends before the market really takes off. And so I spend a lot of my time figuring out where to direct the company's resources. And so right now, our focus is on augmented reality for e-commerce because that industry is in high demand. There's a lot of demand for AR there, but also because we have the ability to scale the creation of models by using AI. And so the fact that I identified that in 2019, that we needed AI to be able to scale the model creation piece, or really anything in the world of 3D, you need the AI piece. It's the secret sauce. So I went out, I acquired a company. I acquired two companies actually that had computer vision, AI technology in them. And now we've cracked the code on creating 3D models at scale. And we've cracked the code at creating human holograms at scale. Wow. Total game-changing technology. We're going to be the first to market. We already are in market with the e-commerce solution. We're actually about to launch our HoloX app, which will allow you, my friend, to turn yourself into an augmented reality human hologram just by using your cell phone. No green screen, no fancy cameras, no special equipment. And very shortly after it's launched, we'll be able to turn you into an NFT. You'll be able to mint it and sell yourself. And then you'll also be able to live stream, which is kind of super exciting, where you could not just do a pre-recorded version of yourself as a hologram, but imagine we're doing video, now, but imagine it's actually just a hologram and you're not tethered to a laptop. You're walking around.
That's wild, man. It sounds like you guys got some really, really interesting things in the pipe, and we can dive into those as they come along too. So everyone stay tuned, and thank you for watching up to this point. Evan, you got anything else about yourself that you want to add before we go?
Well, I mean, there's always, there's a lot to talk about, but just to keep this, kind of short and sweet, the whole idea behind Nextech is that we're a diversified AR solutions, plural, provider. Is that we're not a single point solution. Our idea is to have multiple solutions for augmented reality, and especially and critically that can scale. It has to be able to scale, or otherwise you can't really grow the business. That, like we were talking about earlier, you look at Google and Apple and Facebook, all those businesses were able to scale. And that's what makes them so special. Without the scale, you're just not going to get to the promised land. And so our focus is on creating not just augmented reality solutions, but augmented reality solutions that can scale.
Wonderful. All right, Evan, very well said. And again, thank you everyone for watching. If you have any questions about any of that or any other part of the business, let us know. Next time we'll dive deeper into Nextech itself, talk about some of the day-to-day stuff going on there. But for now, Evan, thank you for your time.
Thank you.